Hello. What is up, guys? It is the SkrelpSquad bringing you a little bit different of a series than I've ever done before. And it is just me today. Just Bradley, JJ, however you call me. That it is just me for this episode, this video. But I wanted to do a first episode review of every anime I watch for this season. So it is currently winter 2017. That is the anime season we are in. And this show is called ACCA? I don't know. ACCA 13 Territory Inspection Department. Done by Madhouse. They are the studio who is producing it. And it is about Jean. And he is the chairman or vice chairman. I'm not completely sure, but he is either the vice chairman or the chairman of the inspection department of this sort of 13 region conglomerate like kingdom. There are 13 parts of the kingdom, and I guess each part of the kingdom is sort of like self-governed in a way, like to a degree. And they are the inspection department. They are there as like the checks and balance system. And at the beginning of the first episode, Jean finds out that they're getting rid of his department just because they're in a time of peace. So that's basically the overall story of it. But just diving into the more specific points, firstly, the art is good. It's very consistent. Of course, you know, when things are in the background or when things don't need to be super fleshed out, they aren't. And that's not to say that it's poor quality, but instead I'd say it's smart decision making. It didn't really need to be super fleshed out. Just because it's the first episode, you can wow me in ways, or rather you can keep me interested without blowing the majority of your budget. Just throwing it into your first and then of course last or most climactic episode. So I'd say for the art, solid 4 out of 5. It was consistent and it was consistently good. It was not in any shape or form would I say that it was poor quality, and I would never say that it went from good to poor quality. It just stayed at a good quality. At no point did I feel like, wow, this is a very shoddy point in the art. So yeah, art 4 out of 5. As for the animation, I'd say that the animation is very well done. Of course, you know, when it comes to wind and stuff, things loop, but because it was more dynamic in this actually. I'd say just because usually when there's wind effects, things loop. However, in this anime, when there were wind effects, other things were changing that even though it was still looping, it felt less apparent that it was looping. So that much I really enjoyed. So as for animation, like I said, it wasn't super spectacular in any way, but it was good. And it was consistent. It was actually very consistent. So 4 out of 5 for that as well. As for the music is a weird subject for me, just because one, I love music, but when I watch anime, I typically I'm not like aware of the music playing, just because like it'll just be in the background and doesn't really do anything for me. But this show has some very good music. It's very jazzy, it's very upbeat, and I really enjoy it. It's in the background, they place it in good spots. I actually really like the opening as well. The opening is very well done as far as the visuals, and I really like the song as well. It's not to the point of like Erased or Kisniver were for 2016, where I literally sought those openings. I wanted them so bad just to listen to them on the go because I enjoyed them so much. But it's definitely one that I'd say it's probably one of the best openings I've heard Mostly because I'm not even sure if I've heard all the openings for this season. And lastly, story is a hard one, just because I am reviewing the first episode of ACCA, but the fact that the story has almost a clear... It's almost clear of where the story is going. I can't say for certain, just because, you know, it is the first episode. Anything can change from this point. But the story is definitely going in a direction, and it's semi-apparent that that direction is clear. So, that much means that the story, in my book, gets a 4 out of 5. If the story is unclear about its direction, I give it like a 3. So a 4 means it has a direction, 5 means it's definitely going in a direction, and that direction is one that I find interesting. So that's basically my basis. So art, 4 out of 5, animation, 4 out of 5, music, 4 out of 5, story, 4 out of 5, and that equals 8 cigarette cases out of 10. So yeah, if you're interested, quickie review, if you're interested in ACCA, even potentially, I'd say watch the first episode. It was very good. It kept me entertained. There was enough content that I felt engaged, but not too much to where I felt overwhelmed, and that was very good. I will definitely continue watching so long as it stays at this quality. But yeah, that has been my review. English is my first language, and I am disappointed with myself as well. Thank you all for watching. In the comment section below, tell me what you thought of the first episode, and just also tell me any anime that you are watching currently and are interested in, and if I'm interested, I might watch it myself, and if I'm interested enough, I'll make one of these first episode impression videos as well. But yeah, I don't know how often these are going to be uploaded. I don't know a day when these are going to be uploaded, but I am going to try to keep it as a consistent thing at the beginning of each season. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. I already said all this stuff. Share things. Make me Pinterest famous. Also, I have beef with PewDiePie, so if you want to go ahead and get me to 1 million Twitter followers, that'd be A-OK. Link in the description below.